Okay, I'm here. Hi, good morning. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. What's up, Soupy? I was here, prepared, on time, everything. And then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to turn my light on back there. And then I looked at my drawer and I was like, great, Quinn stole the remote that we literally just found because I've had like a colored LED light in that lamp back there for this whole time I've been streaming since the setup. And I couldn't find the remote for it anywhere because it just got lost somewhere. And then finally Jana found it in Abby's room. Abby had somehow had it. I think because she had this light before or something, I don't know. Anyway, and I was like, cool. So I got it working yesterday for a battle video I did with Game Dev TV. And so I put it in my drawer and I was like, cool, now I can just turn it on with this remote and I don't have to worry about getting up and turning it on and off and stuff. And I can change the colors and everything from here if I want to for some reason. Cool. And then the remote must have flipped over or something because the back of it's black and the front of it's white. And so I thought Quinn stole it. So I spent like 30 minutes just searching, or the last 2 minutes, not 30 minutes, searching the room looking for like where he put the remote. And then I opened the drawer again and realized it was just upside down. Having kids is fun, but being an idiot is more fun, I guess. Anyway, good morning, I'm here. I'm ready to get some work done. And drink some chocolate milk for breakfast. Anyway. So yeah, today, since when has this tree been here? I really don't remember this tree being here. I don't know. We found a hint. I got a hint for the crab thing. I got more information about it. I think I know what's wrong this time. I think it's fine actually. So we're gonna try that first off. And then I don't know what we're gonna do after that. I don't really want to fix bugs all day. Maybe we'll fix some of our skills tree bugs and get another build out for that. I think our like actual like shipping build that we put out a couple days ago is actually like ready to go to be launched for this update. And I'm just trying to like fix last minute things if there are any that I can find. I thought the game crashed. It did not. Okay. So we were looking to heal our pet crab without accidentally killing. Why are the graphics so awful right now? Oh, died way too soon. Hold on a second. This looks absolutely atrocious right now. I don't know why. I think it might be because my UI is scaled. My monitor, resolution is scaled. Hey, what's up, Matt? Okay, looks a little better. Can't heal him because he's not hurt. Okay, we need to find something other than crabs, I guess. Let's put a shade out here, maybe. Also, like, trying to heal him, huge pain. But yeah, so I can't even keep him alive now. Can I do this with slow-mo 0 on, do you think? I need healing burst, or should we do conjure mending fairy? Sure, we'll do both. Oh, he's already dead. Now there's 2 shades. We're gonna get wrecked. We can't do this right now. Okay, so what's a good middle ground between shades and crabs? Maybe a shade would work, but I don't know. I have to be able to heal him. I can heal him fast enough, but I also need him to get killed. Golem, maybe? Let's do a golem. It's gonna take a while. I got hit. We really need to set it so we can see our crabs, our companions' health bar the whole time. Like, I don't think that should just go away. I think you should just see it all over the world. Right? I see no reason to just have that all the time. Or not to have that all the time. We will fix that today too. It's really annoying having to come back up and like look at it again just to see his health. I should just be able to see it. In fact, you know what? Maybe we'll set up a HUD health bar so it shows next to your health bar when you have a companion out. Probably not for summons, but at least you're... Okay, we're supposed to be really close to him. I got really close to him and nothing happened. And we healed the hell out of him. That was quite the battle. I don't know. I don't know what else to do with this. I cannot reproduce it. I don't doubt that it's happening. I know that it's happening. I just don't know how or why it's happening. They did say they're using burst heal, I think. I can't remember now. Whatever, let's fix the health bar issue. It takes forever to open. What are we working on today? We're fixing hopefully this companion bug, but it's probably not on the... It's not really on my priority list, so if we don't get it fixed, it's fine. Other than that, I don't know. You might start fixing some of the skill tree issues. There's a whole laundry list of skill tree problems, and we're still missing a couple skills here and there. Like, I don't think the corruption stuff... Oh yeah, I forgot we're opened. We're opening the player UR, which takes forever to open. It's got tons of stuff on it. We're still missing... I don't think any of the corruption stuff works yet, so I don't think you can get corrupted, and like I don't think it'll switch your skill tree, but I could be wrong. That might be working now. But we need to refund all of your skills when that happens. Not all of them, just the ones for a specific tree, because we don't want players having... And I always forget that on not an ultra wide screen like I play on, there's no room to the right of the health bar for anything. So if we put a companion health bar, we'll probably put it in the top left corner, which is, this is a party frame, which we don't use anymore at all. I don't even think that, I don't know. For a while we thought like maybe having a party system would be useful, so you could see each other's health at all times. Like, you can't anyway. I mean, you can anyway now. If you're close enough to heal him anyway. But also, because then if you're in a party and someone picks up a quest, then everyone gets it, but we've decided that was a bad idea because one, we'd have to like rewrite a bunch of the quest stuff to like make that work. And two, we'd also have to like verify that that player hasn't done that quest already and that they have done any prerequisite quests for it. Like, so if you're like, I don't know, middle of the road, like guard quest line or something, and you pick up a quest and you're in a party, then like everyone in the party will just get that guard quest line, even if they haven't done any of the guard quests before. And so we'd have to like do a thing where it's like, we have to add prerequisites onto every single quest to be like, okay, if this quest requires another quest, then we have to put it here. And that's just not worth the time. Just, plus it might be annoying if it pops up and says like whatever. The only thing I could think is if you were in a party with someone, it could pop up and say like, so and so is about to do this quest, or take a quest from so and so, from X or whatever, you know. And then the player could be like, okay, I know this is going to happen, so now I can go take that quest also, or something. But like, I don't know, I sort of feel like that's up to the communication of two people playing the game together, you know? Like, I don't feel like the game should step in and communicate between those two players, unless it's a situation where, like, I don't know, you need to be able to do that for some reason. Anyway, but yes, I think we can just get rid of those, to be honest. Yoink. We're not doing anything with that anyway. But I am interested in putting a health bar up here for our companion. Or maybe we just, I don't know, maybe we just have companions health bar show longer. I guess we can save this for now though. And compile it again, because why not? Oh, you can't see what I'm doing anyway. Okay. Let's go look at the companion health. I believe it's just called health bar. AI health bar, probably. Maybe. Or is it this one? That has a title on it. This is player health bar. Yeah, right. That's on there. Okay. But this one is for other players. We're seeing this one, right? Let me just double check real quick. Yep. Okay, and we just want to make it so it doesn't fade away when you look away from them. Sometimes it like stays up. I think if they're hurt, it stays up, but otherwise it just goes away. I think it should just stay. So event construct, manage might be what's going on here. Get owning player, not valid, remove from parent, excellent. Player pawn. Get HP, set name, over time feedback. Okay. Trace for objects blocking vision, that's fine. Set render scale based on what? Owning player, target actor, difference. The owning player pawn is probably the actual player, since this is owning player pawn. And the target actor is probably the character that owns the thing. So we should check, is this an actor? This is happening on tick. On begin play, or on construct. Let's go ahead and do... Let's just slide this guy out of the way. Let's just see if we can get like companion. Is companion. I don't know if that works on, might be an is summon. Summon reference. I think I think is companion works for summons too. Because that would also be useful for summons. Maybe not as useful as the companion, but still. Okay. And then over here, we're checking this distance, right? Okay. We're just gonna cheat here. We're gonna do a select. If it's not a companion, then we'll use this number. Otherwise, if it's a companion, we're just gonna say where distance is 0, like we're standing right next to them, and that way the range should always be giving us 1. So render scale will always be 1. But I do feel like it was just fading out based on like looking at them. We have a local distance. What is this local distance? Play animation time range. How about we just do this? Maybe. Hey, what's up, Red? That didn't do anything. I think there's some logic. Like, I do think this will probably help once we're, like, in combat or something, maybe. Might be this. Last health is greater than or equal to 1. This might be a normalized value. It's hard to tell. That's probably also necessary. I feel like we should also be checking to see if the target actor is alive. If the target actor is not alive, we should be getting rid of this too, but we'll see. Anyway, I have a feeling that there's gonna be like I don't know. What is this? The target actor is the AI in this case, an NPC, casting upon and getting the player state. This would only be useful if it's targeting a player, right? Otherwise, you won't get a player state because this will not be upon for someone else. And the health bar here is handled for players. This one is not. So this doesn't do anything. This is gonna error out every single time. There's the get target player states. This is always going to be false. Is this even doing anything? Okay, visibility 0. Is this bound to something? I have no idea. Let's put a breakpoint on this. Let's see, begin focus. Health bar component. It's not valid. Did we do nothing? Okay. If it is valid, set hidden in game. It's not valid. We initialize it, and then we toggle text visibility, and then reveal it. Widget AI health bar. I'm in the wrong place, aren't I? What is the difference between AI health bar and widget AI health bar? Who knows? Okay, here's our hide. I feel like we should probably in here we just need like all of this to be a function. That we can call on like begin play, because this should just happen. And this is just showing the health bar no matter what, because, yeah, so this is just show health bar. So collapse to function, call that show AI health. this is a mess now. Pretty sure these are all going to the same place here. Okay. But now, I don't know, I'm actually thinking if this is a companion, we just skip this. Oops. His companion, if maybe even do we still want to show the highlight though, probably. If we can interact with them, just in case it's important for some companion or summon. Hey, what's up, Penidian? I saw yesterday Jano was putting all the what's it called? The stream schedule stuff up, events up on Discord, and she's like, what's going on? And I was like, what? And she goes, it looks like Penidian's already in these, even though I'm just adding them. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah. And then she realized that she was like making them, and as she was making them, you were joining them. At the same, like almost the exact same time. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Yeah, she thought it was like a bug, like you were just like auto joined. But nope, you were just on top of it. Okay, so this AI health bar, I believe, is probably deprecated then. Unless it like has that AI health bar inside of it. Which, you know, wouldn't surprise me, but doesn't look like it does. There is a holster though. You gotta have a holster in here. Like, what is this, a 6-shooter? Why do we have a holster? No, we can close that one, and we'll keep this open because we need to call this show AI health bar, and also we need to prevent it from, let's see, end focus. We just want to not show the highlights. Fine. This though, hide timer, move that over more. Even if they're dead, as I think if we kill a summon, it dies, and then this is it. I believe this widget, or the widget, is attached to it, so it'll also die. Yes, health bar component. It says none for widget class, but I have a feeling that we're initializing that. Okay, so we basically just want to go. Oh, this is why this is happening. Okay, so when we look at our crab, while it's not in combat, we can interact with it, strangely, and so it's automatically hiding the bar when we look away again. But when we look at it while it's in combat and we look away, it can't be interacted with because it's in combat, I bet you. has target right here. And because it has a target, then we're set this timer for 10 seconds anyways. That's why your crab's health bar disappears, or your companion's health bar disappears after 10 seconds instead of instantly when you look away, unless you're not in combat. Okay, so what we want to do is we do want this to happen. We don't want any of this to happen. Let's go back on all of this. Do this to NPCs. NPCs have a different approach. We're going to turn this as success, even though we haven't closed health bar. Like, I know it's probably, there's like a 20% like annoyance. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like 20% of the time, I bet it's going to be kind of annoying having like the companion health bar there all the time. But I think 80% of the time, it's going to be useful, so you can always see if your companion needs health. Okay, so we do have to trigger it the first time. Oh, now it doesn't work at all. Awesome. We're doing great. We're really making good progress here. This is much better than it was. Why? Because we're not calling the show health bar at all. Right, duh. Okay, we need to do this and begin play. Let's grab all of this actually, and let's go to, I don't know, init stats maybe. Set health, reset death. Sure, let's do it here. Oh, we have an init health bar here. That's good though. We init there. Oh, so all I have to do is maybe we just do this then. Oh, that would just be, hold on, what does create mean? Create means we actually create it. Okay, well, we don't want to do that. I mean, we might, I don't know, but it doesn't actually show it, so that's not what I want. Leave that alone. No bug. Loving the pre-posted stream schedules. Yeah, we're trying it. I've been pretty consistent about stream days, other than like a handful of times, which I do warn people about. So usually it's pretty rare that I just miss a stream. I might be a couple hours late sometimes, but I'm thinking if I have like the stream schedule actually posted, that won't be the case as often. Okay, cool. We have a health bar. If I look at him and look away, we still have a health bar. It should stay up on the screen at all times. Let's go try to fight this golem again with a health bar so we can actually see when our companion is hurt. This should be really useful. And it scales so I can see, oh no, my companion's in trouble over there. So much more useful. I think that's great. I I think players who use companions will appreciate that. There is one more thing that I think would be really, really useful for companions. But I don't know if it's a good idea or not right now to mess with. I feel like if you have a companion out, we actually should have, like, a HUD that shows it. Speaking of stream schedules, I also put them up on Twitch. They should be, like, officially on Twitch as well. Okay, so I think if we have a companion out up here in the top left corner, I think we should show their health bar. And then maybe their icon. I don't know what else we should do. Maybe just their name. I don't know. Maybe just as like crab and then their health. And then I think it'd be really useful if we had some buttons underneath of it that when you're in your inventory or your journal or whatever, maybe not your journal, probably your journal, maybe not, you can click up here. And I think these buttons should be passive, defensive, and aggressive. And you can just toggle between them. And I feel like aggressive would mean that anything they see that's neutral or hostile, they'll just attack immediately. Like anytime they see an enemy, they'll just go. And then anything which would be useful for like if you're just trying to like farm or like grind levels or even just grind levels for your companion, because then they will just constantly like attack that thing or anything, right, that pops up. And then defensive will just be anything that attacks you, they will attack automatically. So anytime you take damage from anything that is an entity, not like a trap or something like that, or your, you know, whatever, it will try to find that entity and then immediately attack that, which might mean switching targets a lot, which might be a problem. Maybe we'll just check, like, if they already have a target, they won't. I don't know. We need to like look into how that works. I don't even know how that like is even functioning right now. But that is one issue I've seen is like the guarding thing is kind of annoying, like especially guarding like your friends, because it doesn't actually do anything. I'm not sure how that got broken or where it got broken, but I have a feeling it's just like a function that's out of date now that got replaced or something, and we never like replaced it in there. But we need a way to make it so if you take damage, your crab will defend you and attack the thing. The problem is, like I said, if you're taking damage from like 5 goblins at a time, or like, you know, 3 fire sprites, whatever, and you keep getting hit like every second, even if you're like able to stay alive through that, your companion's just gonna jump back and forth between targets. Every single time you take damage, it'll just jump to the next target. And so therefore, like, it might never even attack the whole fight, you know, because it just keeps changing targets and running back and forth or something. So I think we need to do a thing where it's like, I guess we could do like a cooldown, maybe like every 5 seconds it can change targets or something. Or we can do like a threat, maybe it keeps track of threat, and if something with a higher threat hits you, then they'll attack that. Maybe hitting you generates threat for your companion like way faster than anything else, and then we just keep doing threat checks and we don't do the defense thing. I mean, we'll still do the defense thing, but like that will just handle it. The threat generation will just handle it. Maybe. Yeah, and then passive will just mean like they don't attack anything no matter what. Like they'll just follow you no matter what. I don't know. I'm still not entirely sold on this. I think it would be important. I think it would be useful for sure. And maybe we just put their health bar right above your health bar. The only problem is like you have the collapsing mana bar, which moves out of the way, and you have your buff bar that sits above it. And I just feel like having another health bar right here on top of it is just going to start blocking your, especially since we have to have buttons underneath of it or whatever. Like, I think it's just going to start blocking your screen real estate, and we have nothing going on in the top left corner up here, other than all these print strings, you know, for our testers. But let's make sure that we can get rid of this guy, and his health bar goes away. Okay, good. Cool. Go defend that sheep. I don't know, there's something funny about that. Alright, let's not worry about this right now. We got the health bar working, it's much better. Let's go put that on our board. Fix the next build. Okay, we have 17 bugs for the skill trees. The thing is, I don't know if I want to turn all the skill trees back on and get all this stuff hooked back up and working again, because we're trying to get this update out, which is why I've been putting off fixing these bugs yet, because they've been turned off for this update. Some of these errors or some of these bugs are like minor things, like Nature's Bounty does give self regen but does not increase companion regen, and I know that actually does work. I think the problem is you have to resummon your companion, which as a hunter who has a companion out all the time, that's pretty hard to do. There's not really a good way to resummon your companion. Unless you can dismiss them, which would be useful by like holding F on them. Can you hold F on your companion if they're not dead yet? Hey, what's up, boss? Welcome in. I can't even, oh, I can look at it. It does say crab. Okay. I wonder if this is, I can't interact with it because it's not hurt. Or not dead. It does say crab on the bottom right, but it also like probably should say like your companion or something. I don't know. Let's see if we let's see. On hold interact. Can be revived false. API revive. Let's do this. I'm just curious if this will work. We should also probably make sure this is a companion. This might break things, so I don't think this is how you like actually get rid of the companion. I think we're gonna break some stuff, but I'm just curious if it works. I think it won't even let me trigger this because it's not showing the like progress bar. No, that's okay. I just wondered. I don't think this is. Get health, is conscious, and companion. Okay. So is companion, or summon. That's fine. Oh yeah, we also, this is another thing. But we also need to know if we even can. That one's fine. Set can interact. We need to know. Is interactable. If health is less than or equal to 0. Should we just call can be revived? Isn't this the same thing as checking health and if they're unconscious or if they're unconscious? We should just check with their companion, actually. Because we want to be able to interact with them whenever we want now. And then hopefully this is interactable, like gets overridden for NPCs. I assume it does. Stupid ads. If you guys don't want ads, feel free to subscribe. Not subscribe. What's it called? Yes. Duh, subscribe. Okay, I should be able to interact now, but it's not working. Let's see, on hover. No, begin focus. Show health bar. And is not vanished. Your health bar timer, if not dead. Summoner companion. Toggle highlight. Why isn't this working? Okay. Okay, so highlight on focus. Okay. That's working though. So now we just need to check why this isn't working. So let's enable this breakpoint. Play. Turn this one off. I'm very confused. On interact. We do nothing. Let's change that. So if they're unconscious, it takes longer, which is what, 3 seconds to revive. If they're not, then it just takes 1 second, so we don't have to like sit and hold it forever. But that's still, we're still like not even, like I don't even know why we're not seeing. Like the whole interact is not working. On interact, it's not doing anything. Get is interactable. I wonder if this is being set somewhere. We do have a set is interactable. Nope. Wait, check can't interact? This should all be fine because I should be able to interact for all these things. I mean, but like if you're, well, I guess you're they don't ever become unconscious, or they don't ever become dead, they become unconscious. So that should all be working just fine. Okay. Set interact actions. Is there a dismiss action here? Yep. Wait, if unconscious, this should be revive. Otherwise, this should be dismiss. Well, sure. I guess. Not always. Yes. Companion. Yeah. This actually, yeah, so Control Z that. And then wait for 10 seconds. There we go. What is this? What is this doing? Add pin. There we go. No. Dismiss. Let's see what that does. I still think we're missing one more step. I don't know what it is though. There's one more piece of this puzzle that's not working. Hey, what's up, Moss? Still no. What are we missing? Like, why are we doing this? Like, we're already setting this up. So, like, why are we doing this twice? Man is digging too far into the duct tape code. Yes, I am. But I'm still not entirely. I'm not confident at all. This is actually going to work. Like, I still have no idea what's actually not working. I think this check can interact should be triggering now, so we actually should be able to see. If we should actually like highlight our grab, but I don't think that's happening either. Still not. Oh, but it does say hold interact, which is weird. Oh, what did we do? Can be revived? No. Is it a companion? Yes. Do I have authority? Yes. So that works. Do I think that's the proper way to dismiss a summon? Probably not. Let's... Is there like maybe a dismiss? Nope. Maybe that is how we do it. There's gotta be a bind. There's gotta be a bind somewhere. Probably happening when we actually do the summoning, which is probably happening on what, player component maybe? So, also before we go, hold on, before we move on. Wait, where'd our AI character go? Did I close it? I didn't mean to close the AI character. Health bars can be closed. What was it called? Somewhere in here we have check interact, set companion interaction. When we focus, we should probably set the companion interaction before we show the interaction, so we are updating that every time. Begin focus. And then right here, if we can interact, we do and then it should show revive or dismiss. And I think that it feels like that was 1 second. That was a 1 second or dismissal time, which is good. And we're now focusing on them too. I don't know if we actually want that focus on there or not. We can probably just turn that back off, but yeah, that's definitely 1 second, not 3. Oh wait, I forgot that we're not even like checking to see. Yep, hold dismiss. Okay, if you go piss this guy off and you get yourself beat up really good, let's make sure this still works. Revive. Cool. We did it. Cool. Okay. What was the last thing we want to do then? We needed to... I want to see how we dismiss it. I guess there's like no difference, right? We're getting errors. Actually, I don't know what the errors are. Probably because I'm just destroying an actor and so I'm losing a reference somewhere. Or breaking a reference, and probably doesn't like that. Or they're old errors, but I don't think so. I think we just made them and I wasn't paying attention. Okay, if I dismiss you like this, you just are gone. No noise, no sound effect, nothing. If I dismiss you like this, exactly the same thing. I don't like... I feel like we're gonna get flagged for the like the synthwave, whatever that is, like World of Warcraft music. I'm trying to avoid that from playing. Okay. So it doesn't seem like anything is different, but I do believe we need to still double check. Summon companion. Companion. You know what? I just realized it's probably on the equipment. It's probably in our equipment component. Or just on the whistle itself. Oh, this is not what I want. Client, server, spawn, commit, NPC component, of course. Of course it's there. Bind a companion, creature attacks. Yeah, so here's the Nature's Bounty thing. I'm pretty sure, I bet it was Matt who reported this. Oh, nope, Oob did. Yeah, so Nature's Bounty determines our healing effect. I wish, and there's probably a way to do this in new gas, but not in old gas. There might be a way to do it here too. I wish there was a way to modify this based on if you have a tag or not. Probably not. I have a gameplay effect that lets me heal the companion over time. That I apply when they get summoned, and it should heal them more if you have a certain skill. But right now, the only way to really do that, I mean, I can like call a function that like updates it or like reapplies this effect when you get the skill, but right now the only way it works is if you dismiss and then resummon your companion, and then when they get summoned, then they check for the skill and it applies it at a higher level if you have this tag. So it'd be nice if I could just build it right into the effect. So if you had this tag, it did more, it was a higher level. But I don't know if there's a way to like build that directly into the gameplay effect. I would probably have to build, what's it called? An execution. Maybe. I guess I could also apply 2 effects. I could apply like a stronger one and a weaker one and then just make, yes, execution. Yeah, but so the thing about execution in 426, if I remember correctly, is it doesn't like, it's not exposed to blueprints in any way. Making like a calculation class. We have a couple, but they have to be made in C++, and it's kind of a headache. I don't think it's worth it. But I could probably set up 2 modifiers, because the modifier does have, right, each one of these modifiers, yes. The modifier does have a target tags. So I could probably do 2 modifiers and make one require the Nature's Bounty tag. The problem is that I think, yeah, these tags are definitely checking on the character that's healing, which was the companion, not the player. Who's like not the instigator. Which also sucks. Yeah, they're annoying, yeah. If I was doing more C++ stuff, then maybe it'd be worth it, but I think it might just be better just to be hacky about this in Blueprint than try to like make this cleaner and handled all in the gameplay effect. I think I could do it if either way I'd have to be kind of hacky in Blueprint, because I'm going to have to either apply the tag to the AI when I get it, as well, like to your companion as well as the player, and then I'll have to apply the tag every time you summon the companion before we apply this effect. Or I just apply a stronger version of it when I actually get the skill, and I think that's just easier. I don't know how my eye went right to it. Nature's Bounty. We do have an operation on this, so I can already like do something with this. Unless this is already doing what I think it's supposed to be doing. Yep, I'm already getting the companion. Remove active effects with tag and apply it. Oh, applying level 2 though. This should be level 3. Right, that's what I have it in here. 1 or 3. Maybe that's why it's not being noticed. But yeah, it looks like this should be working, so I don't know why. Unless this is just failing. Either way, to check this, I have to turn skill trees back on. But I think that should be working. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it just wasn't noticeable because Oob was not looking at like the fact that it just heals 3 times more, or maybe like it just, I don't know, maybe like on certain companions it's not noticeable. Maybe it's not working at all. Who knows? But I want to assume it's working, and it just wasn't noticed properly. Oh man, I forgot about all that. There's also bushes over here, I think. No, bushes removed. Get rid of all this stuff. Anyway, not a big problem. Not a big deal right now. Anyway, yeah, so I could have sworn I'm really surprised we're not doing any sort of like dismiss companion. This is definitely not working. Probably because we're... No, that should be working just fine. Is this not actually getting called, though? It looks like I can call this function, though, and I'll get a cleaner result than just destroying it, which is definitely causing issues. I don't know why that got equipped. Nope. So I don't even know when we used dismiss companion. We'll definitely use it there though. I don't think we need to worry about this. We'll just do get player controller, I think. Get... Oh, I don't want this. Target player NPC component. Yep. I guess, yeah, this is fine. It does just destroy the actor. I'm really surprised we're not like set companion. Nothing. Maybe there's a reason we're not using this anymore. Maybe it didn't work, so we just disconnected it and never deleted it. I don't see why it wouldn't work, but also we have errors again. Let's dismiss them and see if we can trigger them again. This time we'll actually pay attention. That's much better. And then we should really figure out if you unequip your whistle. Why that's not triggering that way. We have a whistle item. Yep. Pet reference, destroy actor. Yep. Bad plan. Looks like this wasn't working either. That's fine. Get player controller. You can just copy this actually. Interesting, we're using end play instead of on destroyed. I guess we have to bind to on destroyed. That's why I could have sworn there was an event for it. I don't even know if end. Oh, we have an error again. Damn it! How did I miss that error? Oh, I don't know why. How am I not noticing them? Probably because I'm getting flooded with all these mobility warnings, so I'm just not paying attention. Cool, that's working. Hey, Red, thanks so much for the resub. 40 months is a long time. Okay, I don't think... Okay, we got more errors. Where are they? Attempted to access companion, crab. But it's pending kill. Can't do anything about that. Access none, attempting to read property controller. NPC. And then Whistle Master. Can't read property player component. How could we not get this? We also should probably double check this. It's so annoying. Like, it's so annoying. Like, this is valid node is not working. Like, that I'm getting errors because the is valid node is not finding a valid actor, and it's like, well, yeah, that's the whole purpose of you. We need to test this in multiplayer though. To make sure the craft's actually being dismissed. I'm quite confident it'll work since we're doing a client server RPC on it, but who knows? Maybe there's something I'm missing. Wouldn't be the first time. Anyway, how are the bugs holding up? Yeah, I think we've squished plenty of them, but there's still more to be found. I think we're in a good state, though. I'm not too worried about it. Oof. You know what? Hold on. I'm like positive it's working. 100% positive, but just to be safe, because I don't want to push this update and then like have a bunch of random issues. Let's just make sure that the server can also dismiss. And it looks right on the client, just in case. Uh-oh, I think Quinn's awake. That's not what I actually wanted to do. Okay, it did work, it just took a second. And because the effects are happening... Oh, interesting. I can... also do this on his companion. This might be... Oh, there it goes. That might be because of an issue between like the fact that we're both the same actual character. We get errors again. I wonder if this is world drop widget. What world drop widget is causing problems now? Are we trying to drop? What? Hi, good morning. Access none, trying to read property, equipment, data. Where? Right here. It's so annoying. I'm using a pure cast with a success. Like, but I guess this has to run and it needs this reference. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to cause problems or not. Bye. Hey, where are you going? He just ran away from me. Anyway, well, I don't know. This might be a situation where we just need to split this, but honestly really annoying. All right. We'll do it the right way, I guess. Okay, this is just the name. This one, however, we know this is always going to be successful, so that's true. Then we need the staff. This is such a mess in here. Like, it's so annoying we're using a function and we're breaking this wire all over to here when we could just do that for starters, and then we could just use the same data over here. What is this getting? The item ID? Duh. And then same with this. Like, what are these going to? Way over here, getting quality and amount. You... Okay, good. I was about to be really mad. I've realized in one of the biggest quirks in 426 is deleting reroute nodes. A lot of the times they crash the engine. And so if you compile and save right before you delete them, 99% of the time it doesn't crash. But if you don't, then it's like, I swear it's like a 20% chance of it crashing. It's nuts. It's just annoying. Anyway, okay, I think that bug is fixed. I have no idea what's causing that bug, but also we need to, because now we can interact with an NPC, and I think the goal was originally, or we could do this now. I think the goal originally was that anyone could revive, right? So we didn't bother to check to make sure they were the owner or whatever. But now we need to know who the owner is. And I don't know if we like have access to that. I think we could do something like get... I just hope this player controller is actually... I might need to like do a different thing here. We might need to do a run on server return. But if we get the NPC component, so this is a companion. Oh, we already have the NPC component, right? Well, let's do it from here though. That's fine. Just yoink this. We won't run this one. But if we get our companion reference, get summons. This is gonna be annoying. If one of these is a summon, then we'll just we're the server, then we'll just run this. Otherwise, we'll keep looping. That's okay though. It's gonna be looped like 3 times at the most. I think that's fine. I guess we could return here. Sure. Otherwise, we need to do a client, or we just do run on server. Here's the problem. I'm pretty sure if we call a run on server, then this player controller returns or comes back with the server's player controller, not the client's, which is really dumb. I could be wrong. Let's assume I'm wrong and it actually is the right player controller, because otherwise that's dumb. Or I guess we can just call the client and not run on server again, because that doesn't matter, right? I mean, why not, right? Like, we don't need to run on server if we're just gonna force a server event to trigger. And then if all those fail, if we don't find a summon, then we need to check this. And then that'll do this. And if not, then we just return, don't run on server, we're done. We're done, we don't do anything here. Or, what we could do is we could get player controller. Yeah. And we do a send, let's see, client. I don't remember which one we want to do here. I think it's this one. If both these fail, then we say we could also like say companion or summon based on this, or based on these, I guess. But let's see what that looks like. This dismissal feature is actually really important for skill trees, because if you are a hunter, you will never have to dismiss your companion. It'll just stay out forever with you, which is another reason why we need to set it to defense guard or whatever, because you won't always be able to control it. Except I am considering making it so you can middle mouse click to ping, right? Which you can already do. But I'm thinking it'd be pretty useful. Speaking of, I need to fix this bug too. I think it'd be pretty useful as if you pinged a target while you had a companion, then that that'll just send a whistle command essentially if you have the wild bond or whatever it is called passive. Anyway, client, there's my crab. Can you dismiss my crab? You should get an error. Can't dismiss someone else's ally. That's beautiful, but can I dismiss my own? Yeah, okay. So let's make sure it works on the server too. You dismiss my crab. Yes. Love it. Let's get our crab killed. Let's get the client's crab killed and make sure we can have the server revive it. Time to make crab cakes. Yep, so other players can still revive your ally, but they cannot dismiss them, which is great. we could pack this check we just built. We could pack this whole thing, mostly, yeah, into a function. We don't, because we don't need the returns. I guess we would need a return, but we don't need like any information from the return. We'd pack this into a function, and then we could also check it on can interact or check interact, whatever, whichever one is which, and throw it in here too. And that way, only players who can either revive or recall or dismiss, I guess, could actually do it. We'll see. I think it's fine like this. It's fine. Okay. What's the last thing? What did I just say we need to do? What was it? There was something else we needed to do. Did I just say that? Did I just say we needed to do something? It was something easy too. What was it? No, it's fine. Make him think a function? Nah, I don't think it's that important. We'll leave it alone. You know what would be nice though? It would be nice turning this into a function to make sure you actually own the companion. Though I don't see us using that anywhere else, so I don't think it's a big deal. But it could be like, you know, it could be useful, I guess. You know, there's something else I wanted to do. We're still getting errors. What was that error? Damn it. Access none, trying to read property companion in the player component. Spawn emitter location. Probably because this is probably getting triggered twice. Let's do this. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. There was definitely something else we needed to do. You know what else I want to do? I want to get rid of these stupid mobility issues. What is this? What's this yelling me about? Azura NPCs. All of these Azura NPCs have a collision cylinder set to static, but we have an RPG movement component that's trying to move them. Every NPC collision cylinder. Why am I blind? There it is. It is set to movable. Oh, I know what's happening. So annoying. We're setting it to static when we, like, they get dismissed or whatever, and then, yeah, that's just so dumb. I think maybe we need to, like, their character movement component, I guess. I don't know. It's just a stupid warning. Like, it's fine. I just need to like not show it, I guess. Can I do that? Thank you. I don't need that either. Okay, access none, companion crab. Custom event, pending kill, player controller. This is just, oh my god. I have no idea where this is. Access none. BP companion crab C1. Maybe cancel recall or handle recalling companions. What is this? We're doing is valid here. That's not it then. I have no idea what's causing that error. I mean, it's the error is that we have no attempted to access BP companion crab via a custom event custom event actor. So we must be getting a companion or something somewhere with an actor reference, but I have no idea where. I could just try this, I guess, but I feel like we're gonna get a billion results. Spawn actor. It could be. It could be. In here in our focus stick. Because it is destroying the thing, so I wonder if we need to like hold on. I have an idea. Maybe hang on, let's see if we can. I think I can trigger it again. I think it's just when we dismiss it. I think it's because we are focusing the actor and then we dismiss it and it destroys it, and then we have no reference to the actor to be able to unfocus it. Yep. Okay, so I think what we need to do is before we destroy it, we need to do end focus. I don't know if that's actually going to work though. I think we're still going to be looking for a reference for it to like trigger it again. And if that's the case, yeah, we just need an is valid somewhere in here. Is it like our last hit actor? Let's just do like a catch-all right here and just do is valid. We don't need to increase the radius after that because it's whatever, I think. We could return, and then it'll just start this over again, I believe. This error was probably happening also if you were looking at your crab when you removed your... or switched like a loadout without your crab. Still getting an error. Okay. Maybe... maybe it's local last hit actor? This is local though, right? Like, I mean, it says local. I assume it's local. It is. Find references. Only those two places. Maybe it's in here. I find it hard to believe though. I guess it's possible that it could have been destroyed between those two things, but I don't think so since that's all happening in one frame. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I still have... Okay, wait, hold on. I just noticed that too. I think this probably wasn't an issue before because I have that F. Oh, that's still not going away. Wait, has that been happening this whole time? We just can't end the focus? Maybe that's the problem. Why can't we end our focus? Should be doing toggle highlight right here. Hide bar. This shouldn't matter. Oh man, game development's so much fun when you get stuck on stupid things like this. We're not able to end focus. Is that okay? So I must have... This must have something to do with this that I just added in here. Think it's that one? Or do you think it's this one? I think it's this one. It doesn't matter because neither of those were fixing the issue we were having. Let's see if those actually fix it though. Okay. So I can't put those is valids in, which probably should be fine anyway. Like this should be just fine. So what else could it be? Custom event actor. The thing is, it's using an is valid node already. That's so annoying. It's probably this. I don't know. You can't copy this error, can you? Yeah. What's up, Kiro? It was going better until I ran into this dumb bug. Running into a weird is valid bug, which normally is like, you know, a super common, like easy fix, but in this case, the issue is that, or invalid reference. The problem is that it's happening on an is valid node. It's pending kill. I guess that's the problem. Is valid doesn't catch pending kill. Here's what's happening. Is valid only checks for null pointers. When you dismiss the companion, real flags it as pending kill. Object marked for garbage collection. It's technically still there, but shouldn't be used. Debugging. Is a null pointer valid happily returns true, and your blueprint tries to use reference and crashes with that pending kill error. You use is valid with pending kill instead. That's not a thing, dude. There's no way. That's not a thing. I know that's not a thing. I would have seen that thing a long time, like years ago. I would have noticed that thing. I don't even know where it is, but it is saying a custom event. Is it this, maybe? Oh, weird. Strange. There's no is valid with pending kill node. God, I hate AI sometimes. It's so stupid. Like, it would be one thing if it just, like, you know, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I will expect from it. Like, I want an answer, obviously. I don't want it to just be like, I don't know, that's weird. But I wish it was like, if it didn't know an answer, instead of just making random shit up, like, oh, just use this other node that I just made up because it doesn't exist, but it might be a thing. That pending kill sure is great to have, yeah. But, like, it would be nice, I guess. Okay, wait, hold on. Other options is check is pending kill. Can we do that? No, that's not anything either. My dude, just making shit up left and right. Two options, neither of them make any like work at all. Maybe in C++ you can do it, and I could give GPT the benefit of the doubt, but like it's not a thing in Blueprint, that's for sure. I don't know. I kind of just wish it would just verify it's garbage online before it gives you information like that. I bet learning Unreal Engine with GPT, as like with blueprints anyway, it would be so annoying. Like you'd be, especially since you wouldn't even know, you know. Like there's a lot of time where you're like, I don't see a node because you have context sensitivity on, and so you just like turn that off, right? Because then the node shows up, but it's like, then you're not using the node correctly because there's a reason that node's not supposed to be there in that context. And so I've seen so many people like look for like, I don't know, interact or something, right? And it's like, this isn't a good example. I don't know, cancel fishing, maybe, I guess, I think is one of them. There you go, cancel fishing. People are like, well, how come I can't call this cancel fishing? Okay, I turn that off, now I can find it. And then they try to use this, and the issue is that this only exists on the fishing manager, right? And so like, it doesn't work here. And then when they try to use it, then it's like, well, why isn't this working? And this is like, you know, it won't even compile or whatever. Or will compile, whatever. But like, it needs a fishing manager reference, and they don't realize that's what's happening. It's, I don't know. So I couldn't imagine like trying to like maneuver this with GPT's help or something as a new Unreal dev. I will say sometimes you're dragging off the not the execution. That's the only time. Yeah, like yeah, don't get me wrong, I definitely turn that off sometimes. Like there's definitely been times where I'll like search for a node and turn this off, right, on purpose. It's like, you know, like 1 to 5% of the time probably though. It's only usually if I'm looking for a specific node and I know I'm going to plug a reference into it later, then I'll do that. But anyway, I have no idea. It's definitely a custom event, so I guess we could look through all of our custom events and try to find it. I'm afraid that if we don't handle this, like we don't fix it, then we're gonna cause... Oh my god, there's so many though. I'm afraid we're gonna cause some major issues. Like I'm afraid it's gonna crash or something. But I don't even know how to like fix it, because we can't check if there's a pending kill. Where are you trying to destroy the companion? It happens on this NPC component, which lives on the player controller. So over here we're calling the server dismiss companion, plays a sound, spawns an emitter, ends the focus on the companion, and then destroys actor. And then we set the companion reference to null. And maybe... I don't know. Maybe this is a bad idea. I don't think so, though. I think it'll be fine. Had to find what's trying to access that after you destroy it. Yes, I realize. It's just... destroy will null right away. Yeah, I know. The problem is, like, everywhere where I'm using this has an is valid. And so let's say, even if I was using it like here, like let's say I was trying to use it right here. So I was like, okay, destroy this. Now, is this valid still? You know, whatever. Now let's do something with it, right? This is what's erroring, is I'm getting an error saying that it's pending kill for the is valid. But like, in this situation, what do I even do here? You know what I mean? Like, how do I check if it's pending kill before I check an is valid? And how come I don't have this error, like, or this issue, like, so many more times? I feel like the issue is almost definitely because I'm focusing. There's a focus event that's happening on the player controller. Maybe not. Maybe it's not the focus. I don't know. It could be the interaction. It could be this. I don't know. It easily could be this one. But like, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know how to fix it. No, I'm saying setting it to null right there is accessing it after it's pending kill. Okay. You're saying don't do this. That's not what the error is coming from, though. But I did throw that on last minute, and I don't think I was having the errors before that, so you might be right. No, I'm still getting the error. Same error. I don't think that would be a problem because I'm literally setting this, like the variable still exists. I'm just setting the variable to nothing. So I don't need access to, like, the variable will still sort of like live here. It just doesn't have a value anymore because I'm destroying it. What I could try doing is setting this to null here. And then, like, I don't know, caching this, I guess. Oh, annoyingly, I cannot cache it. Also, it might be, does my player controller have a companion reference? Nope. Which is good. That would be bad if it did. Maybe it's this end focus. Maybe I don't do that. Maybe ending the focus, like, for some reason, doesn't happen instantly, and because I'm destroying it immediately after, that's causing problems. Nope. I have no idea. I don't think we need this, though. It doesn't. It's not doing anything. Okay, so another option could be... Man, I don't know. absolutely right. Sorry, I was making fun of GPT because I had corrected it, and then it just like part of the course is just like, oh yeah, you're right, that doesn't exist. Sorry for the confusion. It's like, I'm not confused. You are confused. So I guess that's the confusion I was apologizing for. After calling destroy actor, immediately set any reference that pointed to your companion to none, which I exactly what I'm doing. I'm already doing that. Guarantees that future is valid checks match it instead of erroneously passing through. Okay. So that's actually a good point. That means that this is not the reference that this is causing a problem with. And that does tell me that whatever is causing this, which I cannot see somewhere in here, because this is where it takes me. So it's okay, so it's definitely an is valid. So we know somewhere on the player controller there's an is valid, which yeah, we've already looked at. Somewhere in here there's an is valid that's getting a target, and it's a very good chance that it's one of these two is getting a target that is pending kill, which is the companion. I want to say it's probably one of these. Let's just try this. We're doing a hold interact, so let's just try this. But even if this works, even if this is exactly what we think it is, how are we supposed to know, or what are we supposed to do about this? Like, I don't know how to fix this problem. I love when it messes up and then gaslights you into thinking it was your mistake, right? That's so frustrating. Okay, that didn't even print, so that's not a problem. Okay, well, I guess we're narrowing it down. Why'd you kick me out? How do we fix this, though? So, alright. Player pawn, UI focus is not valid. I don't want to find is not valid. I just want is valid nodes. It's not equipment component. Nope. 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 Get player pawn. Get what? Build prop. That's not it. Nope. 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 What could this possibly be? Loop interact, maybe? No, that's not checking is valid. I guess it is, actually. I guess it could be some of this. I thought something else was happening. No, you're good, Kuro. Or Kuro, I appreciate it. Maybe add your own manual pending kill bool or tag to the target as an extra check. Well, that would be... I would do that. The problem is I have no idea where this check is happening. And let's just say, hypothetically, that it's happening on this very first... not there. Hang on, I don't know where it would be happening at. Let's say it's happening on here. On this hold interact. So I'm holding to interact. It destroys the component. I release the key, right? And then it's like, oh, here's the target. There's no way it's pending kill, so I can't check this as valid. So this throws an error, right? Let's say that's where it is. So if I go to my character here, and I'm calling this destroy actor, and I go to the companion and I say, hey, you're pending kill, so let's set you to pending kill, right? That means that now back in my player controller, I now have to cast I have to do a cast to AI character to get the reference to that pending kill boolean, that manual pending kill, and see if that exists. And if this fails, because it's not a character, I guess that's fine. But like, if this becomes a recurring thing when I like destroy something, which is also, this is weird because I'm definitely doing this in multiple places. Like there's places where you can like hold F or press F or whatever on something to, like, for example, when you pick up an object you place down. Anyway, my point is, like, I don't think that's the use an actor tag instead. That's not a bad idea. I didn't think about doing that. Leave me alone. I want nothing to do with you. Leave me alone. Go away. You're gonna regret this. Maybe. Sorry. I told you. You could have left and done your own thing. You chose to come over here. Okay, so let's put a bush out. Right? So I walk up, I look at the bush, I hold down F. That bush is now gone, so how come I'm not getting an error for that one? It's the exact same situation. So let's go look at our furniture blueprint, I guess, and see how this is dismantled. Actually, hold on. Is it place component? Placeable component, I think. Maybe? Yes, placeable component. And then on dismantle. Maybe? Dismantle event. Nope. I thought there was a dismantle in here. Be dismantled. Controller, control palm, player ID is not valid. Call dismantle event on controller, and then destroy actor. I bet whatever is happening in this dismantle event on the player controller, I assume this is a player controller. Yep. I don't know what else it would be. Okay. Where is it? Is it just... It's not client. What would this be under? Call dismantle event. Why couldn't I just find that? Oh, hi, golfer. I don't know if you can hear me because there's an ad break going on. Bro, seriously, we've been through this. Put the bush down, pick the bush up, trigger that, step into it. There is none. There's no dismantle event. This doesn't do anything. We just destroy this actor and everything is just hunky-dory. Like, we're all just set to go. Why is this working? Oh, I'm an idiot. I just realized this is an event dispatcher. I'm just sending the controller through as an instigator, not the target. So I'm not calling the event on this controller. I'm so dumb. Okay, my bad. So that probably does not exist on the controller. We're binding to a dismantle event somewhere though. Go away. Somebody is binding to this event, and something must be happening here. Smelter, like there's dismantle events on all these things except for the basic furniture, which is what I want to check for. Because this is only this whole thing only exists on, yeah, to call a dismantle function, which will in this case do nothing, I guess. It doesn't let me double click here. I'm assuming it just goes to here, but yeah, it does. But like weird. Client pickup. Yeah, that's all it's doing. We're just picking up the items that are in the inventory. So this is weird though. I don't get it. I don't know why this one's not like why is this not throwing an error, but when the okay. All right. Maybe that's not the problem then. Maybe I'm reading into this too much. Maybe it has nothing to do with like a hover or like an interact or anything like that. Maybe it has something else to do with like a companion. There's like nothing else in here about the companion, is there? Listen for companion recall. Oh, maybe this is it. No. We looked at this already. None of these have. Could be this one. No, because it says it's a custom event, right? Well, now it doesn't say anything. Check the call stack in the blueprint debugger. How do I do that? Over here, so this guy doesn't bother us. Can I not just check it here? Is there another debugger in 426 that I don't know about? That I don't use? You could add a breakpoint on the is valid, then go to the toolbar. I guess that's a good point. But I don't think this is gonna do us any good. I don't know what this would do. It doesn't even trigger the breakpoint. Oh, because I need. Can I not do that? I can't have a breakpoint in here? Oh, maybe I can here. It's under tools. Okay. We'll go look. Doesn't even trigger that. I don't see tools. I have file edit window help. Developer tools. Debug tools. Blueprint debugger. You know, I should know this by now. The call stack will be updated when execution is paused. I assume that means if I hit stop. Displayed call stack is out of date. Okay. I don't understand. None of these seem relevant to what is going on. Because do I need a breakpoint in here to even trigger this? Like, I don't see anything happening. I'm getting errors in here, but nothing shows up in here. Why am I watching these? Are these very old? Is this where this shows up when you do like a... Like, oh my god. I never knew how this worked. I really wish I knew that sooner. Execution trace. Thank you for the link. I hope that's... Yep, that's actually what I needed. I've been using Unreal for 8 years. No, yeah, 7 or 8 years now. And I've never used this. But how do I know? What's going on? Oh. I don't know what I'm looking for. You know, I've never understood is like, maybe you know the answer to this. What is the purpose of like the difference between add breakpoint or like disabling a breakpoint and just removing it? Like, what is the purpose of this? Like, is there like a hotkey or something that lets you like just enable all breakpoints that are disabled or something? Debug window, blueprint debugger, watch window, call stack. Call stack is available during debugging sessions in the call stack is available. Is similar in concept to the call stack that is found in most C++ development environments. Great, now I know exactly what I'm talking about. Reveals the flow of execution between blueprints, scripting functions, and native C++. Blueprint visual scripting function currently executing is at the top of the stack. Okay. Well, it's not showing anything. It says it'll be updated when you quit the session, but nothing changes in here. It's still the dismantled stuff, which makes me wonder if you have to have some like a breakpoint. Yeah, when a breakpoint is hit, the call stack lists the functions currently in operation. Okay. So if I put a breakpoint on here, when this is destroyed, will this show me the rest of the call stack to see where the error is? Got it. Sorry, Kira, I'm not paying attention. Never too late to learn something useful. Yeah, I guess so. You need a breakpoint near at the problem, then you look at the call stack to see what came for that to see what's going on. Yes. So if I just hit resume, dismiss companion happened, this happened, and then nothing else happened. So this doesn't really help me with anything. That happened, and this happened, and then this happened, and this happened. That's great, but like, I still don't know where the error is. There's so much stuff going on that, like, I don't think tracing through this is gonna do any good either. It's just the same thing happening on tick, I assume. Try a different breakpoint location. Well, like, that's the thing, is I don't know where to try that, because I don't know where this is triggering. All I know is that the macro is failing. And this doesn't trigger either. So having a breakpoint here doesn't do anything. If I knew where this was happening, then I could do it. I could put a breakpoint there. But all I know is it's in the player controller, in the graph. That's literally all I know. It's some actor that's happening on a custom event. There's a custom event that is pushing an actor through, that's checking for an is valid. So all I can check for is somewhere in the player controller there's a custom event with an actor, I assume as an input, and then an is valid next to it. That's all I know. So I have to check for that, I guess. Oops. It's over here. But like, good luck. Like, there's so many. The player controller is huge. It's not begin play. Not there. Not saving. Not save all. On possess, no. Sleep in bed, no. Mount events, nope. 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 No. Nope. Nope. No. Okay, that's just all on the event graph. I know this doesn't seem like there's a lot, but just wait, because now that's all the event graph. Nothing's in there. Now we have input. Now we get to dig through this one. You see the problem here? I don't know what else to do. Wait, your macro breakpoint is yellow? Yeah, if you scroll down in the docs, it tells you you'll never hit that. Yeah. I know, but you can't compile standard macros. There's no compile option. As far as I know. Like, I can put a breakpoint here, but it doesn't do anything. I can't compile. I can save, but I can't compile it. And I can put a breakpoint here, and that does work. I just don't think you can break on this. I don't know why. Anyway, combat abilities, chat focus. I really think it has something to do with the input. But the reason I don't know if that's actually the case. So it's not that, it's interaction. I think it has something to do with interaction. Let's put breakpoints on both these. Interact. Because I am putting through a target and I'm going right into an is valid. So that tells me that's a pretty good indicator that's where it's happening. But the thing is, like, I just don't feel like that's the case, because if that was the case, then why isn't that happening? Like, why is that not happening on interaction finish? That's a function though, right? Yeah, it's a function. So I don't think it's a function. It does say custom event, unless functions are also called custom events in the debugger for some reason. Could be this one. But I feel like putting a breakpoint here is just going to screw me over. Like, I don't think I'll be able to do anything with this. But I think that's it. It's got to be in the interaction, right? Like, there's no other... Like, I don't have anything but a companion in here. Listen for companion recall. But again, there's no actors being put in except this, and that's not it. I don't know where else it could possibly be. It's got to be that interaction stuff, right? It has to be. Like, what else could it be? The thing about that is, like how come when I dismantle furniture and it also just destroys an actor, I'm not getting the same error there? Like, why would I be getting an error here if it cared about that thing still being there? Destroy actor. I'm also, yeah, I'm not even getting a breakpoint on those now. Why are these not breaking? This is so tedious. I'm getting stuff here on the player controller, but I don't see. Like, these are breaking. None. But I don't even know like what, how is it useful? This is BP Companion Crab. But again, okay, so, but here we are. Let's say this is actually the issue, right? We're looping through here. We have a last focus. It's Companion Crab. The crab's already dead. What do we do? Like, like I already have an is valid here. If I just change this to like a... This is not doing me any good, by the way. The debugger like seems pretty useless to me, to be honest with you. Unless I'm just misunderstanding. The watching variables one is handy, and I will probably use that. But that seems to be the only thing that's in there that's very useful right now. At least right now. What if we... I mean, this doesn't matter. This doesn't matter at all. Because it does the exact same thing. I'm sure. Well, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. This is the only thing I can possibly think, though. I can't remove the breakpoint because I converted it from a thing that doesn't have that option. That's the only thing I can think, is that this last focus did show that that was there. So maybe the debugger actually did help me out by showing me that. Use step. Step into what, though? Add the breakpoint before that is called or after in the BP, then step into. Don't just press resume. I was looking for more breakpoints. That's why I was pressing resume. I can't step into destroy. Oh, yes I can. But that doesn't do anything. This is just showing. I could be here all day doing this. So this doesn't do me any good. It's line by line the execution flow. No, I understand that. I use this all the time. I understand that. My point is, I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure I found where the issue was. Here's another one. This is also on the player controller. But this is also not a custom event. Neither of these were. So the crab has been destroyed at this point. So there's a good chance. What is this? Check has owner. It could be any number of these. But like, even if it is, what if we just forced set last focus to nothing? Like, that's the thing. Like, even if it could have been any number of those we were just looking at, but even if it was, what do we do about it? I don't want this. I'm looking for this. Hold on, don't we have access to the player controller? No. We're gonna have to cast here, though. Also, Kira, I'm really sorry. I'm definitely not frustrated with you by any means. I'm not even all that frustrated. So the engine knows how to handle the pending kill. On the is not valid, do something. Right now, when it's not valid, you're not doing anything. I guess I don't follow. You're saying player controller, if it's not valid, do something? That this shouldn't matter, because if it's not valid, it just doesn't need to execute the rest of this. And same with in here. Then again, this is a macro. It should also just be able to, this should also just, this has to just do this. I don't know why this is a macro. What even is this? Last focus, get owning player ID. Get player pawn is player owner. On-screen message, you do not own that. I don't think we actually do want to exit. I think this would just stop here, right? Doesn't matter that much though, I guess. Yeah, like I don't think we want these to be connected. I think this just ends execution and we don't get the output. And that's it. I was listening to a song when I came back. I heard Kindred saying, "Kira, so I'm not frustrated with you." I'm not bullying anybody. Am I bullying someone? Oh, I know how debugging goes. It's stupid. Yeah. I haven't had an issue like this in quite a while, actually, to be honest. I've had like bugs where it's like I'm spend like a long time tracking them down or whatever, but not an issue where it's like fundamentally I don't know what to do. I don't know what the client dismantle is either. It seems weird that we're like calling client dismantle on things when you don't even know if it's something that should be dismantled. I have no idea how this was built though. I didn't build any of this. But it's like, yeah, like this is weird. Non-structures just dismantle as normal. But like, how do we even know that this is a dismantleable object? So like, why are we doing all this logic for something? I guess we're checking to see if it's placeable. So I guess not placeable, pass dismantle to other actor. Just seems like a lot of extra work when we could just be checking way before here, way back here. If it's something that can be dismantled. Anyway, my point being, even if we did hunt down exactly where the error was coming from, like here, for example, putting something on the end of this is not valid, isn't going to do us any good. It just does nothing, and that's fine. That's like having your blueprint just end isn't going to throw an error. The error is that this thing is checking if it's valid when it's pending kill. And I don't know what to do about that. The only thing I can think is that last focus should be set to nothing, which we just tried and it didn't work, so. Which we did. Where was it? Let's close some stuff that we don't need open. In here, we set last focus to nothing. So like, even if it was the last focus at that point, which we could also, I guess we can go in and put a breakpoint back in. I don't think it's there though. Because like, I don't think it's in the loop interact. I don't know, maybe it is, because it was showing up here. Let's put our breakpoint here so we can catch it first and step into it. Try not using a validated get. Yeah. That might be the problem too. We might switch all those validated gets out. I didn't even get a breakpoint. So the loop interact isn't even like triggering, or I don't know. The UI is stuck on the screen, but I believe that's not. I think that's a breakpoint issue. Right. Yep. Nope. That checks out. On hold interact. Now we're none, which is fine. Right. This actually, this is fine. This was not the issue, because this was happening before we did the actual hold interaction thing. So false. Last focus is none. So step into, actually step over. I guess that doesn't do anything. There's a client dismantle, and this is on the player controller, so this could possibly be the issue, but this is, again, it's none. So that should be just false. Target is none. Pass dismantle the actor. Step into. Nothing. I guess it. Oh, you know what? This is kind of interesting. We're doing an is valid here, and then if it's not valid, I guess we should do an is valid. Hold on. This is not the problem. But we should have an is valid here in the first place. And then if it's not valid, we just do nothing, because it means that object's gone. That's not the problem, though. But that could cause an issue. You think I'm stopping right before I'm going to find the issue? Well, let's go deep this time. That's it. Now we stop there. But I gotta be honest with you, I don't understand what we did. That should have been a completely unrelated thing. God damn. Okay, the interact stuff is still stuck on the screen. That could be this. If we bypass this, that means that will still be valid. Will we still get the same error? I'm so frustrated. That's so annoying. Oh my god. I don't know what we did. It was just this, but even no, because this doesn't even, like, we're not even getting here now, right? What did we even do? The worst, this has to be the worst part about active game development. Like I'm like there's a lot of bad parts about game development, like like feature creep and like this is still triggering. And I still have a valid, but it's not valid at this point. Is it just like, what did we do? The worst part about like in the heat of the moment, like making games, is when you have a bug that takes forever to like debug and figure out, and you're still like not sure what's going on with it, and then suddenly it just works, and you don't even know what you've done. You don't even know what fixed it. You don't even know what was wrong in the first place, because then it just sits like it just eats at you, and you don't like, and then you're like, well, I don't even know how to avoid that next time because I don't even know what was wrong with it. That's what the breakpoint does. You set the breakpoint at a specific place so you see what came before it. You step through to see what comes after. The debugger shows you all function calls in order you're calling them. No, I understand that. I totally get that. I use breakpoints all the time. I'm not sure where the disconnect is. I'm not sure what you were trying to tell me. I just don't get it. Like, what did we even do? We put this one is valid in here. If I take this is valid back out, are we going to have the same issue? You know how I was like complaining, like, why are we dismantling things? But if we don't even know if it's something that can be dismantled. Do you see the problem here? Like, why are we calling functions on things that don't need to be? Yeah, so we're checking this is not valid. Oh, I can't even see this now. I don't know why. Can't see anything. Are we not? Are you not showing me things? Okay. And there's the error. Reels from before, I was talking to my wife. Sorry. Oh, you're good. Someone tried to handle when it's not valid. So it was this dismantle. I would have never considered checking this, because why would we just be dismantling something that can't be dismantled? I don't know. That's just stupid. Like, I don't know whose idea that was. Actually, I think I know whose idea it was. And I love them dearly, so I will not complain about it. It's fine. We figured it out. It was stupid, but we figured it out. So we don't need to set a last focus. In fact, we don't want to, because that screws us up in other places. We're done. That's it. And now it is lunchtime. We've been live for 3 hours. We did it. We successfully finished fixing one bug. Now, what else we did? We made the health bar stay up on the screen. We made it so you can dismiss companions. I don't know what else we did. That's like all we did this whole stream, but that's okay. We got a decent amount of work done. So, but it's lunchtime now. The debugger didn't help at all, but I did discover where the watch this variable, right click and isn't it in here? It's a variable. No, where is it? How do you do that again? You have to right click here. Watch this value. This one. I didn't know where that was. So oh my god, I wonder if this would have been helpful. here. And then we go Windows, Developer Tools, Blueprint Debugger, Watches. How we have, wait, why do we have so many of these? I thought I'd removed all these. I guess we had more that we weren't paying attention to. This might have been helpful if I would have checked this, but I don't know. It does say execution not pause, so maybe this only shows up on a breakpoint. Yeah, I don't think that would have helped. Because I would have had to have a breakpoint. So maybe it, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it would have helped if I would have stepped through and watched this every time I stepped through, because then I could have seen. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's just see. Breakpoint and pause do the same thing. Okay. But still, like, trying to pause it at the right time wouldn't probably do any good. So right here, immediately, like, no watches to display. So this has already been removed. So this wouldn't have told me, because like right here, like, there's no way this has been garbage collected yet, because we literally just triggered the node this split second. So this wouldn't have helped either. But this is going to be helpful for me going forward. So I did learn that, because I've seen the blueprint debugger before a long time ago. I don't remember what I was doing. And I remember thinking like, oh, this will be useful. And then I just forgot that it existed and never touched it again. Oh, this is actually pretty handy too. Can you just use, I can just use this from anywhere? Can I just use this like here? Oh. I mean, yeah, I mean, it does like snap me to the node, but still. I guess this is handy too. But yeah, this did not help me debug this at all. Well, I don't know. Maybe it did, I guess, in a roundabout way. I don't know. I think it was just actually stepping through all of the stuff and realizing, like, wait, why are we dismantling this? This is where I was like, that doesn't make sense. This is just dumb. I mean, I guess maybe it's just because there aren't any, there's like no hold interacts on anything. I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. There's like just not a lot of hold interacts on things, so I guess it makes sense that we would have done that. And also, I assumed that after the hold interact, if we didn't run it on server, it would just be canceled. But instead, we're randomly adding this. This screwed us over, and I truly don't know why this is here. This seems like a bad idea. It seems like we should have done check here to see if this can be dismantled before we do that, which would have prevented that error. But it is what it is. Anyway, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm gonna go eat lunch. Call stack is nice because you can break on hit and read all the till the engine started. Yes, yeah. I can see it being useful rather than having to put a breakpoint and stepping through a whole bunch of nodes. You can break at the end of the execution and see what triggered. I'll play with it more. Maybe I'll figure out better ways to use it for my workflow. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Kira, I really do appreciate your help. You did help a lot. That was great. Just 7 ways to do the same thing. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. I believe I'm scheduled for tomorrow another stream, so I'll see you then. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.